Happy Independence Day. There are fireworks going off everywhere. I'm at the house. We ended up not going to. We were going to go to High Point tonight to go see the fireworks, but my son has a bad headache, so he said he didn't want to go anywhere. So we didn't go. It's okay because I kind of needed to water the grass anyway. So I spent most of my evening I watered the grass. I had to replace a couple of light bulbs outdoors in the outdoor light fixtures. I put some in that are supposed to come on when it gets dark and go off when it gets light again. We'll see if they work or not. It's a kind I've never tried before. I had my hair up all evening and I just took it down, and I swear when I first took it down and I laid it down, I looked in the mirror and I looked just like what's her face at the beginning of the movie Monster. Aileen Wuornos. What the hell was that actress's name? She's really pretty, and but she basically just transformed herself. That's gonna bug the hell out of me. I can see her face. Anyway, I looked just like Aileen Wuornos when I first took my hair down. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I haven't brushed it or anything. I don't care. I repainted my nails. Look at that. I put on a base coat and like a pinkish white nail veil, and then this really super pretty holographic top coat from Lidl. It's their nail polish brand. I can't remember. It starts with a C. I just can't remember anything today. Let me see if I can give you a better look at it. There we go. I haven't cleaned them up, so I still have nail polish on my skin, but I thought it looked super cool. It's so sparkly. It's really pretty. So that's 2 coats of the top coat, and I also used under that this Core Illuminating Nail Concealer by London Town. I put that underneath it. This is the top coat. It's Cien Hollow top coat. I did 2 coats of that over a base coat and this nail concealer stuff. And it was Charlize Theron. I looked it up on my laptop when I went to grab this. It's a top coat hollow. It's the first time I've used it. It's really pretty. You could just put it over the top of anything or just wear it by itself. Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. So this is going to be kind of short because I'm trying to work on my story in their holiday, and I want to get back at it. It's kind of hard though because the fireworks have been going on now for over an hour. It's people just around here. It's not like a fireworks show. It's people that have bought fireworks outside of the state and they're letting them off. And it happens every year. It'll go on. They'll still be shooting off fireworks at midnight tonight. You'll just keep hearing them every now and then, like a bag of popcorn in the microwave, until about midnight. They'll just keep popping. My hair. I put this texturizer stuff in it, and I think I put too much in it because now my hair is like it doesn't know what the hell to do. I came in and took a shower, and I haven't put any makeup. I have on no makeup. I have on no moisturizer or anything on my face. I need to go ahead and do that. I took a shower because I was out there earlier when the sun was still up, and I got so sweaty out there watering the grass. I had to immediately come in and take a shower. Like, I just could not stand it. And then I went back out there again for a little bit after the sun kind of went down and watered it some more. Because it has been so dry here. They keep saying that we're going to get rain. It'll rain for like 5 minutes and then that's it. Like, I'm going to have to water my grass. So, I used to have a sprinkler, but it broke. I have ordered another one, and it's supposed to be here, I think, Wednesday. So a sprinkler is a little bit easier than having to stand outside for a freaking hour or longer with a hose. I get bored. But absolutely nothing interesting happened today, did it? No, nothing happened today. Nothing. I had to work this morning for about 2 hours. I had some work come in from my day job, so I had to do some work this morning, which was fine. Changed out some light bulbs this evening. I didn't tell you about my freak accident with the steak knife. I meant to tell you about that. This was It was several days ago now. It's totally fine. Now, I am the queen of freak accidents. I don't know if you've heard the story of all my freak accidents. I haven't had one in a while, and I guess I was overdue. I kind of brought this on myself, though. This was one that I totally could have avoided, and I was literally thinking about how I could avoid it when it happened. So, all right. The other morning, like this was probably Wednesday morning. I had some work. I was working on, I'm a paralegal. I work exclusively from home for a law firm not in this state. And I had sent some stuff to the attorney I work for him to approve. And I was just kind of waiting for him to get back to me. I figured it would just take 10-15 minutes for him to review everything and get back to me. So I'm just kind of sitting there. I didn't really have anything that I needed to work on. So I was just kind of sitting there. And I had sold this pair of shoes on eBay. And I thought, well, I can go ahead and print out the label and get that ready to take to the post office. Let me just go ahead and do that. So I went and got the shoes. I have most of my eBay stuff is up in the attic, unless it's stuff like makeup or skincare that needs to stay at a stable temperature, and then I just keep it down here. But I thought, let me go get those shoes. I'll get them ready and get them packaged and get the label printed and everything. I can do that. I've got time to do that right now. So I went and got the shoes, and I'm looking them over. I always look over everything. I've been an eBay seller now for 23 years. I started in 1999. So I'm looking, you learn a lot. So I'm looking these shoes over, and I noticed on the underside of these shoes, I don't know who designed these shoes. They're terrible people, whoever they were. There were little thin channels in the rubber on the soles of these shoes. And these little tiny pieces of gravel had gotten down into the soles of these shoes. It was a pair of pre-owned shoes. And so I'm looking at it thinking, I don't want to send them out like that. I think I can get that out. We're talking tiny, tiny bits of gravel, smaller than a pea, down in these little rubber channels in the soles of these shoes. Why do you design shoes with deep little thin skinny ass channels like that? Why? Well, somebody did anyway. So I started picking at it with my nail, and I thought, you're gonna mess up your nails. Don't sit here and try to pick it out. I couldn't really get to it anyway with my nails. Like, it just wasn't getting down in there. So my dumb ass, I'm standing over the trash can, and I'm thinking, I need something skinnier than that. And I tried a toothpick, but it broke. I said, I need something skinny, but something stronger than a toothpick. So I look over in my little knife block, and I see the steak knives, and I'm thinking, a steak knife would work. Yes. So I grabbed a steak knife. Now, these are nice, sharp, good, wonderful knives. They will cut some shit. So I grabbed a steak knife, and I turned the shoe over, and I got the shoe in a death grip, and I've got the trash can, I've got the lid to the trash can open, and I'm holding it over the trash can. I can't use both hands to show you, so I'm using my right hand to dig in those channels with this steak knife. And I had it turned with the sharp end pointed up, but it has a point on the end of it. And I'm using the point of that knife to dig the gravels. It was actually very satisfying. I have to say, I really got into it. It's almost hypnotic, because there were bunches of these channels, and they all had tiny gravels in them. And I'm sitting there, and I'm just fixated, and it was very satisfying. It was really actually very, very satisfying, because you could take that knife and sort of dig it down in there after you practice a little bit, and just kind of run it along the inside of that channel, and all that gravel just comes out and just rolls off the sole of the shoe into the trash can. Very satisfying. So I had forgotten all about work after doing this for about 5 minutes. I am so into it. And then I realized both shoes had those tiny gravels in those little channels. I'm like, yes. So I'm sitting there just transfixed. I am just mesmerized by digging these little gravels out of these thin channels on these shoes. And at one point, I was holding the shoe in such a way, I was up near the toes, the toe part. I got the shoe upside down, and I'm holding it like this in my left hand, and I've got the knife, in my right hand, running along like this with the pointy end and the sharp part up, digging this gravel out. And there are tons of these little channels. Like, Why would you design shoes like this? Can you imagine what a nightmare it would have been if you stepped on gum or something? Oh my God, you'd never get it out. You would never get it all out. You have to sandblast them or pressure wash them or something. I don't know. So anyway, right as I'm doing it, I'm thinking, you might want to move your thumb, because my thumb was kind of like holding the shoe in this awkward position. I'm thinking, you really might want to move your thumb down, because that knife, and right as I thought that, I stabbed my thumb very, very hard. Like the knife just kind of launched out of the channel early. I was lifting up on it a little bit too much, and it launched out because I'd been pressing down on it pretend this is my right hand. I had been pressing down on it, and it just went woof like that, and I stabbed it right into the cuticle part of my thumb right there. I didn't scream, but I just kind of went, I just sucked in all this air like I had an invisible straw. I just went, and I looked at it, and I expected to see blood just gushing, but I didn't. And then, so I'm going, what do I do? Ow. And then it started to hurt, and I'm like, ow, 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 ow. I put the knife down, and my next thought was, don't bleed on the shoe. Don't bleed on the shoe. We've already sold it. We got to mail it. Get it away from the shoe. Because when you're an eBay seller for that long, after a while, you just think about the products. You're not thinking about the fact that you just stabbed yourself with a steak knife. Fortunately, it actually was not that bad. I was afraid it was going to be really bad. It actually wasn't. I think all I did was just kind of jab it down. It didn't really cut much. It just kind of went down between my cuticle and the nail a little bit. It did bleed some. I had a Band-Aid on it for a day or two, and I cleaned it thoroughly. I immediately put the shoe down, put the knife down, went and cleaned it very thoroughly under warm water with soap and water, and then I put Neosporin on it and a Band-Aid, and it only bled a little bit. I think I would have actually felt better about it if it had bled more, because it's actually a good way to clean a wound is when it bleeds. It'll help clean it out. But it didn't bleed much at all. I didn't get any blood on the shoe. So I bandaged it up, and then I got back to, I was holding the shoe differently, but I got back to getting the gravels out of it because it was just so damn fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I got all the gravel out of both soles of the shoe, and I got them in the mail, and they didn't have any blood on them or anything, and it was great. But I forgot to tell you about stabbing myself with a steak knife. Yeah, it was really stupid, and right before it happened, I'm thinking, you might want to move your thumb, because you could stab yourself. If that knife slipped, you would stab yourself in the thumb. And right as I didn't even get to finish the thought before I stabbed myself in the damn thumb. Fortunately, it's fine. It didn't even really get all that sore. Because I thought at first, well, it didn't bleed a lot, but I bet it's going to be really, really sore in like a day or so. Give it 24, 48 hours, it's going to be super sore. It actually never even got sore. And it went way down in there too, my God. It went way down in there. Damn. So, but it's fine now. It's fine. So, yeah. You can't even tell it now. You can't even tell I did anything to it. I thought it was going to be a whole lot worse when it first happened. Oh, God. But no, it's fine. So, I'm going to get back to my story. I'm going to get back to working on that. And I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I have no idea. I've got to go to the grocery store. Oh, my God. I wish I had not. I wasn't going to a grocery store today. The few that were open were totally slammed. They were all busy, and they all closed by like 2 o'clock or something. No. We're totally out of bread. We need bread. We have no lunch meat. And there were 2 or 3 other things that were just like, we have none. We're just out. So I have to go to the store tomorrow. Have to. There's no way in hell I was going today. But so I didn't get to see a second round of fireworks, but I'm going to get to listen to them for the next 3 hours or so at the house. So I guess that's just as good. Anyway, I hope you had a wonderful Independence Day. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. Sounds like a war going on out there. And I will see you again soon.